Hi everyone, come in, come in. We're so excited to talk about social media analytics. Yay! Let's see who's joining. So far we have a viewer from the web and Dr. Edwards. Thank you for joining. And we're so excited because it is the scope officially before Halloween. And we have officially done 5 days of Periscope. And I will have to tell you guys, I've never done 5 days of Periscope. I've done Periscope in 2 different time zones. And so this week, and so we will make this work. It's going to be awesome. So this week we have examined Twitter on Monday, Facebook on Tuesday, YouTube on Wednesday, and also on Pinterest, as well as Klout and Periscope today. And so we are excited about what you guys have to contribute and also what information I have to share with you guys on Klout and Periscope. So I am turning the camera around now so you can meet me, so you can know exactly who I am. And then the other piece is we will dive into
Hi, my name is Dr. Jennifer Edwards, and I am with the Texas Social Media Research Institute in Texas. I'm actually at Tarleton State University to be exact. And we're so excited about social media, especially social media analytics. And so thank you for joining from Paris. We're so excited. In fact, we talked about a conference in Paris that we want to go to in the summertime. And so more to come about that. We're excited about that. And so I am an associate professor of communication studies, but I've been a blogger for almost 10 years. And so that's something I'm especially proud of. But like I said, this week we've been talking about nothing but social media analytics. And so let me know if you want to, like, what you want to hear about next week. And I will be happy to plan a series around that topic Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And so I'm so excited to talk with you about 2 of my favorite subjects, Klout and also Periscope. So here is today's scope about Periscope. 4 a.m. It's hard. Oh my goodness, 4 a.m. I will definitely have to keep that time frame in mind because it's super, super early. So I hope you are enjoying is it Halloween there? I hope that you are enjoying October the 31st, if it is Halloween in Paris. And so we look forward to seeing you in future scopes. Okay, so let's get started.
All right, so this is the first day I've actually scoped from the computer. So let me know what you guys think, and we will get started. So again, my name is Dr. Jennifer Edwards, and we will talk about Periscope and Klout Scores. Okay, so here's some quick facts about Periscope. The first thing is you can create private Periscopes. And so that's really neat because you can scope. So say if you're teaching a series or part of a bloggers group and you just want to scope with that particular group of bloggers, you can actually create a private Periscope. And so what happens, you'll go in and you will click it looks like a lock. And when you click that lock, you will have the option to make your Periscope private. And so only people who receive that link directly will receive that scope link. And so that's one neat thing. The other thing is you can receive special icons during holidays. And so one thing that I discovered this week, and it's actually only been in one scope, but you can basically, if you get enough hearts in a session, you can actually have bats on your, instead of hearts. And so it's really neat. So you can have like different colored bats for engaging with your followers on Periscope. So that's really neat. And then another thing is you can have special buttons on blogs. And so that basically means when you go to a blog, you can see a special button focused on when that blog is periscoping. So let's see if this works. We will go to my, let's go to my blog. There we are. And if we just go to my blog, which is Millennial, there we are, millennialprofessor.com. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it does say it. It says that I am live on Periscope. And so that's really neat, but it's blinking. It says live. So anytime someone goes to my page, they can know that they can automatically tune in on Periscope. So that's really neat. So you can embed that link on your scope. Okay, so back to The Periscope Facts. You can also watch special scopes on mobile devices as well as on the computer. And so it's really neat because if you do not have access to or you don't want to use your data plan for a mobile device, you can look at the scope on a computer. And it's something that I do as an incentive after I finish all of my work for the day, or as much as possible. I actually look at scopes on the computer, like scopes about blogging or scopes about higher ed or scopes about, getting prepared for the holidays. Also, just in case let's look and see what it looks like on the computer. So this, it says connecting social media analytics week. Getting prepared for the holidays. Yeah, there we go. So it is a scope of a scope. And so it says that I am live. And it also says that, the hashtags down here. And it says how many followers I have and then how many people I'm following. So it's really neat because you can view the scope on the computer. Also, one thing that I do, I actually turn my scopes into YouTube videos. And so you just add on like a splash slide at the beginning and also the end. So you can add some continuity with your scope, but you can really turn your Periscope into a vlog post. And so it's really neat, and you can embed it on your blog from YouTube. So just really work smarter, not harder, whenever you're blogging or vlogging. Also, you can delete scopes, and scopes last for 24 hours. So it's like a limited time only. You have to tune into the scope, or the scope will disappear forever if it is not captured by or saved by the person who is scoping. Also, it's really neat because you can block users. I've seen more than one Periscope where someone is asked to do certain things, and so I'm always like, oh goodness, that looks very interesting. So you can always block users who state things that are not focused on the topic of your scope. Also, it's really neat I like the technology, and I've actually used Periscope more than Meerkat and more than Blab. And so Periscope is really rocking my world right now because I just love to engage with people via video now. And this time last year, I didn't like video at all. So Periscope has really enabled me to come out of my shell when it comes to social media. So any questions about Periscope or any facts that you would add to the list that's not on the list? And then the next thing we will do is to dive into the Periscope analytics. Anything? And as you're thinking, if you can please swipe to the right and invite anyone who is interested in Periscope or Klout to this scope, that would be amazing. So Periscope facts. Can you think of anything that I did not have on the list? Okay, so moving on. Here are basically the screenshots of what you see whenever a scope ends, or whenever you look at a scope after you have ended and saved it to your camera roll. So it says the title of, for instance, yesterday's scope. It says that it ended 24 hours ago, so it was almost expiration time. And then also, let me give you a hack right quick. If you have a scope on the computer that you really, really like, and you do not have time to watch that scope, just start it on the computer, watch about maybe 10 seconds of it, and then pause it. And you can pause it up to, and I'm not sure how long you can pause the scope, but the scope, you can watch the scope much later. So say 24 hours later, 48 hours later, even, I haven't tried a week later, but you have to make sure that you capture that scope the first time through, or you will lose it eventually. But you can watch a scope after that 24 hours if you're watching it from a computer. So that's a neat thing. So again, for social work PAD, you can watch a scope on the computer after that 24-hour time frame if you are really interested in the material. And you just start the scope from your browser and just pause it. And after you pause it, I've even watched a scope up to 2 days after a conference ended. So that's been a really good hack when it comes to Periscope. Okay, so that's my name, and then it invites individuals to share or to hide the chat during the scope. And then over here we have the social media analytics piece. Just one moment. We have the social media analytics piece. And so with Periscope, it says like how many this mouse. It has how many replay viewers. are watch the Periscope after it ended. And so for this one yesterday, I had social media research, and then Kathy Thorpe, and then Sandra Fernandez, and I love her, and then also one of our social media coaches. We call them coaches, not interns, with the Texas Social Media Research Institute, but Jeffrey Cannon. And so from the replay viewers, I accumulated 2 hearts, which is outstanding. Any hearts are great hearts. And so, that lets me know who watched it after the scope ends, so I can engage with those people on Twitter. And then also at the very bottom, it says 36 live viewers. And so sometimes whenever you see, like, for instance, I see 4 viewers right now, but I know more people are viewing it from the web. And so that's a little bit misleading. But again, it says 36 live viewers. And then it has Jeffrey Cannon gave me 1 heart. Anthony Edwards gave me 43 hearts. Social work PhD tuned in. And then 37,122. Thank you for the hearts. Properties viewed as well from Periscope, from the Periscope app. But 32 live viewers viewed it from the web. So it's very interesting. So don't get discouraged by the number in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, because that number is definitely misleading. Okay. Any questions about Periscope? And these are, if you dive into your profile, it will tell you how many scopes you've done so far. It will list the titles of those scopes. And I always encourage people to save your scopes to the camera roll, because if you do, then you can upload that later on YouTube. Another hack is I discovered whenever my students did their first Periscope from the Texas Social Media Research Institute office, they did not save it to the camera roll. And I was so excited about their scope, but so sad that they didn't save it to the roll. And so basically I did a screen capture of their scope, which was made from our Texas Social Media Research Institute account, and I saved it via QuickTime on a Mac. And so that's another hack to capture one of your scopes that you did not save to the camera roll. And so, how long have you been broadcasting tonight? Actually, let's see. It has not been for a long time tonight, so probably around 5 minutes before you hopped on. And so thank you for joining. And we're actually focused on 2 topics tonight. The first topic is Periscope, and then the second topic will be Klout. And so I'm really, really all excited about Klout as well, but I love Periscope. And also it gives you the option at the very bottom to, thank you, not long, to delete the replay. So if it's something that you don't necessarily want others to watch, then you can delete that replay very quickly. Okay, so let's go to, and again, any questions about Periscope? Going once, going twice, Periscope. Okay. Well, we will start on Klout Facts. And like I said, I really, 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 really love Klout. And Klout is actually Klout.com if you want to gain some additional information about the, and it's actually just a analytics and ranking software, but it allows people to really see where they stand with their social media influence. And so Klout Score obviously is based on influence. And so because I am an educator, I really appreciate the Klout Score, I guess the ranking system. And so it ranges between 1 and 100. So if you have a 1, that means you don't have as much influence as someone who has like a 95 or a 100, obviously. And so I really like the Klout Score rubric or the rating system. And so let me know in the comment section if you have ever checked your Klout Score. Ever in life have you checked your Klout Score to see where you stand when you're looking at your social media influence? And so that basically means if you tweet something, how many people are likely to see it? How many people will engage with you? Things of that nature. How many social media platforms are you on? Klout Score. Okay, so has anyone checked their Klout Score ever, ever, ever? Never, just heard of it. Okay, you'll definitely have to check your Klout Score because you've been active on social media for a while. And so the Klout Score is very important. And we actually use Klout Scores to determine the top social media, well, actually the top agencies in Texas on social media, the top universities, so on and so forth. And so Klout Scores are super important to for ranking your social media engagement. Okay, so let's dig into Klout Scores. And so, as this indicates, Chrome has a Klout extension. Yes, one of the coaches, Tori, actually uses the Chrome extension, and I really like it. But I do not want to install another extension on my browser, but we utilize hers relatively often. And integration with Twitter on desktop, definitely so. Okay, so let's dive into Klout Score, and as this indicates, the more influential you are, the more or the higher your Klout Score. So as this states, the Klout Score is a number between 1 and 100 that represents your influence. And the more influential you are, the higher your Klout Score. So you can see and hover over people who have a high Klout Score. So you see Barack Obama has a 99, Justin Bieber, yes, has a 92, Zooey Deschanel has an 86. Let's see who else. Jessica, I'm not sure how you pronounce her last name. I'm a stickler for last name, so I don't want to mispronounce her last name. But she has a 78. He has a 46. And then Leslie has an 84. And so it's very interesting because your Klout Scores can change actually between one day and the next day, depending on what platforms you're on and everything. So Klout Scores actually, number one, look at, well, let's hover. Klout Scores look at your profiles on social media, and then when you share something on social media like music, or if you share a video or things of that nature, then you are able to link that to various social media platforms, and then that's times the number of people who are following you, and that equals your Klout Score. So sharing, platforms, followers, Klout Score. And so it's very interesting because even looking at these key concepts, it says Klout Score core concepts. Connecting networks can only help improve your score, and then influence is the ability to drive action. Klout is constantly evolving. Influence is built over time. Everyone has clout and expertise, which is definitely true, no matter the age, no matter the profession. And then being active is different than being influential. And so that's very, very interesting because this is definitely about influence over engagement. Well, both. Okay, so Klout Score signals, and so if you're interested in that, you can read that piece, but it really digs into what Klout Scores are focused on. And so these are the scored networks, and it says what actions and stats help to build your Klout Score. Check below. Connecting all of your networks helps to grow your Klout Score. And so this has likes, comments, wall posts, and friends on Facebook. On Twitter, follows, retweets, mentions, list memberships. I mean, I've never thought of list memberships before. Instagram, photos submitted, followers, likes, comments. Also Google Plus, Bing, it says coming soon. LinkedIn, connections, recommendations, comments on your personal profiles only. And then Foursquare, and I imagine that was more influential in the past than it is right now because Foursquare has changed dramatically. And then WordPress, and last but not least, Klout. So Klout received from others. And so it encourages you to connect all your networks. And so, as I stated before, they measure multiple pieces of data from various social networks like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and then they apply them to the Klout Score algorithm, and then they show the resulting score on your profile. So let's dig in. I want to show you exactly what this looks like. So when I logged in, and I just went to Klout.com, and I just logged in with my Twitter account, but it says, congratulations, doctor. That's my new name, apparently. We've noticed that you are an expert in the following topics. So it looks at what, basically what I tweet about, and then what I comment about on Facebook. And so it says careers expert, charities and nonprofits, maybe I am an expert, colleges and universities expert. I'm not sure what that is, but EOTO, expert, education, Fort Worth, and that's the nearest city, higher education, leadership expert, management, McMurray University, Okay. They're actually not located in our area, but that's interesting. And then productivity, San Antonio, and also social media, Southwest Airlines, which is interesting, and then also Texas. And so it says go to your profile and add these topics. So if I go to my profile, it has the, actually my Klout score has gone down, but it actually has the, the text from my social media account, Twitter, and then it also has my Klout account and then my Twitter account, but I haven't linked anything else. And so it says that I'm ranked among the top 0.5% of people talking about careers, which is interesting. I'm in the top 0.7 of people talking about charities and nonprofits, 0.1 about of people talking about colleges and universities, EOTO, whatever that is. I'm in the top 1.6. And then for education, I'm in the top 0.1% of people talking about education. And it enables me to share content to improve the rank. And one thing I really like about the Klout app is that it allows you to schedule your tweets and also to share content that is embraced by Klout to your followers. And so it offers Klout perks as well. And so, for instance, I've received a Red Bull magazine to give me as an incentive for interacting on Klout. And also, I've heard stories of someone actually receiving a overnight cup of coffee from, I think it was like from Seattle to Dallas. And so it was an overnight cup of coffee, and they wanted to really promote this product that focused on, I guess, an insulated coffee container or coffee mug or thermos. And so they shipped the coffee, and within like that 24-hour time frame, it was still, or maybe it was tea, but it was still good after that flight to whatever city. So they really want you to embrace and connect with brands as well. So it just gets very, very interesting. Okay, so let's dig in. It says moments, and so this is one of the tweets that that was a while ago, but millennials value work-life balance, opportunities for advancement, and room for creativity, millennial talk. And so that says 10 out of 20. This one says 20 out of well, that's interesting, 20 out of 20, or 10 out of 28. I need to see what this actually stands for, but it just gets very interesting. And then it has actual tweets that I posted this week from the EAB conference. So that gets very interesting. And then you can view more focused, and you can see where you're ranked on Klout. And also let's look at moments. And let's look at content. And it says we have not connected any content written or associated with you. And so written by or associated with you. And so obviously I will have to dig into both of these tabs because I have not. You can schedule and explore. You can explore based on topics, and so it recommends experts for me to follow, and it says the manager's diary, and then Harvard University, and then we can see what EOTO actually is. Whatever that is. And then it also has like the different universities that I should probably follow. Then it has content, and content hot off the press. You can actually share that content because you know that people are looking looking at the hot news that they want to learn more about. And I mentioned looking down, but not that they're looking down on him, but they're looking for really, really hot content. And so this one says on target. It has EOTO, healing and medicine. Also, passenger plane catches fire at Fort Lauderdale Airport. So just very, very interesting. So these are things that they estimate that your viewers would be interested in. So, and also you can look at your topics. So these are the topics that I'm interested in potentially, but you can always change that and add topics as well. And it has recommended topics like financial aid, online reputation, South by Southwest. I'll add that one. Study abroad, and then also time management. And then it has things that I might be interested in, like Apple and blogging, of course, and business, communication, and let's see, community colleges, Facebook, entrepreneurship, and of course, food and books. And so they will recommend topics and articles based on my interest categories. Okay, and you can always look for some up here as well. And you can also schedule your tweets, and based on the content that you want to add, it will release your tweets at a certain time on a certain day, and it can adopt a pattern as well. So I really like the scheduling feature, and you can measure your tweets and your Klout score. So this is the analytics portion of Klout. And so it says today's score 52.91. So it's down. Yeah, it's been a busy week. But it says 90-day high, that is 54.42. And so I think that was on September the 13th, and that was when school started. And then 51.69 is my 90-day low. And so let's see, I think that's here. Okay, 90-day low, maybe. Okay, yep, that's here. And this is August the 3rd. So I know, like, when I get extremely busy, Klout suffers. And it says that my #1 network contribution is Twitter, but you can link like LinkedIn and Instagram and all of the others here. And it will look at the recent activity and score impact. And so most of my scores are like a 1, but this one is 2 because I connected with all of these different people and they replied. And then also, let's see, a score that's really high. I guess that's it. When teaching started this semester, it's just been kind of crazy. I'll admit that. And then this one says live on Periscope, say Social Media Analytics Week, Day 1. So that one actually had a score of 2. So my goal, after looking at this data, is to, really be more active on Twitter and also to connect some more networks. Okay, so let's also dive into perks. And so this is always interesting, but it says, what are Klout perks? Perks are exclusive rewards given to content creators. Every day, Klout users receive amazing products, special discounts, etc. And so this one is next issue, and so I can claim that perk. I already claimed this perk, which is the Red Bulletin magazine. But then in the past, they actually shipped out a printer, a wireless all-in-one inkjet printer. Also your own personal valet from Lux. Earning money at Hubbub. And then Canon All Access Pass to the Pro Series. Love to hear more from you on Twitter. Oh, thank you. I need to start scheduling everything. But hopefully after the conference on this next Friday, everything will quiet down. So I'm really excited about that. And thank you for joining, Jeff. Jeff is one of our social media coaches. Shout out to Jeff. And this is one where I think they shipped a thermostat. So it's a great way for them to really bond with people that they know will share content and also have influence. So that gets really interesting. And so that's Klout. It also has your Klout score here. And one thing I wanted to show you guys, and you will see this a little bit later, but this is next issue and this is Red Bull. So those are notifications that I received a perk. And so these perks get very, very, very interesting. But even fashion and retail, they shipped out headphones and printers and aspects from the fall collection and Clinique. And so I wouldn't mind, experiencing another perk. And so that's another thing. And you can actually write tweets from Klout as well. So you can upload a photo, schedule the tweet, you can shorten a URL, and then also you can add people if you want to make sure that they are alerted whenever your tweet goes out. And one thing that was interesting is on our Texas social media blog. If I can spell, I can, I promise. TX social media. Actually, we'll just go tsmri.blogspot.com. This is our blog, and so this is one thing we did to rank departments on Twitter and then also state agencies on Twitter. And so we use their Klout score as well as their number of followers. Are you putting these presentations on Facebook or just Periscope? I'll put them on Facebook as well as YouTube. And are you in our higher ed, our 55 higher ed group on Facebook? And this is what we did for state agencies. It was really neat because we ranked the top 15 state agencies, and some of them are actually coming to our conference to receive their awards on YouTube. Yes, I will definitely put these on YouTube. And we also have a special group for higher ed people on social media, and it's 55 higher ed. So if you go to Facebook, it's a special group that you can join as well. And then we rank them according to their Klout score as well as their number of followers. So there we go. Verbatim, Klout score and number of followers. And so this is a way that Klout scores are utilized to rank influence as well as number of followers, because some people think if you have a lot of followers, you have a lot of influence, but not necessarily. So that gets very, very interesting. Also, the site that we use for getting others' Klout scores, and also I have a few aspirant blogs that I want to become more like those blogs. I actually, look on this site. And so if I want to put in Tarleton State, and that's the name of our university, then it gathers data, and this is Twitterlizer. And so if you wanted to look at someone else's individual profile on Twitter, or to get their Klout score of an organization, then you can go to Twitterlizer, and they will gather that data for you. And so I put in Tarleton State scores, and it analyzes 519 pieces of information about Tarleton State. Okay, so this gets very interesting because it looks at the past few days, and it says influence 0.09 for Saturday, the 24th of October, and impact is 3.1. And so impact actually went down, and influence went down and went up. And so depending on how much you tweet, then that's going to go up or down. And so right now it says influence is 0.7 and then impact is 3. If you look at the average impact, it says 2.9, and then Klout score is 64. So let's go back to this Texas social media blog. And we also talked about the top universities on Twitter. And our institution was one of the universities, yay! But at this time, and actually it's on another document, but at this time it had that we compiled the data, it was ranked number 8. But that could vary based on the current Klout score. And so today they have 12,453 followers. And this is great stats info. Thank you. I mean, we really dive into that, and the students learn how to analyze and put in the data as well. And so it says topics that Tarleton State University tweets about. And so if you want to appeal to, and apparently they're EOTO as well, whatever that is. And so, and it says Lamar Odom. I don't think they tweeted anything about Lamar Odom, but we'll see. I'll look at that. But you can act, and McMurray University is on there as well. I don't know why, but we'll see. But an Earth Day in Printing. But with Tarleton State, maybe if you wanted to work with Tarleton State on something social media wise, or if you even looked at Walmart, and all of my grad students are doing social media analysis regarding their research papers this semester. And so if they wanted to reach out to a brand, they could engage with them on those subjects. But we'll have to see if these subjects are true or not regarding Tarleton State. And so it also focuses on the hashtags that Tarleton uses. And so it's hashtag We Are Tarleton State, Tarleton Future, and then hashtag Bleed Purple. And also it has recently shared. So it's very interesting, and we compile all of this information on a Google spreadsheet to analyze the data to rank them with top according to number of followers as well as their Klout score. And based on your ranking, you will you will be given a user type. And it says, according to our calculations, Tarleton State University is a reporter. Reporters are likely to communicate outwardly, but often do not generate a specific response from their network. So it's very interesting. And we could not find all of these styles listed somewhere. So if anyone knows where we can find these, that would be great. Call me Jeff. Thank you for joining again. But do you have any questions about Klout Score or Twitterlizer? They're both free, yay, free, but also they're very good for figuring out your aspirant institutions and figuring out what they do to reach their users, or if you are a blogger, figuring out what you need to do to be like another blogger who's really rocking it on social media. Okay, and like I said, it's a great way to compare your account again or against aspirant bloggers and then other universities, etc. So it's really, really neat. I like it. But I just want to tell you guys, thank you for joining, and I want to open it for questions. So this is your 2-minute warning for questions to see if you guys have any questions whatsoever
or about social media in general. And so, you know, I'm really excited to do these scopes with you guys this week, and then also figure out what you want me. You're welcome. Thank you guys for joining. And also think about what you would like for me to talk about next week. So you can either put it in the comment section now, and yes, I'll have to dedicate 5 days to it, but also you can reach out to me on Twitter, and I am at DRJT Edwards. And if you're not following me, please follow me now. And I will strive to scope earlier in the day, but you know, sometimes I can't. So I just want to get the content out there. And thank you guys for joining. And again, if you have any questions about Klout or about Periscope or any questions about utilizing that software, just let me know. And thank you guys for the hearts. I love those blue hearts. So thank you so much. And I hope you guys are having a great evening, and you have a happy, you're welcome, gracias. And you have a happy Halloween tomorrow. Bye.